Hey folks, I'm going to try to review the one from yesterday that we already had a quick look through. The Numbani one. We lost this one, but not by much. Probably going to be super critical on everybody here, but it's just trying to point out things that we can fix, and I'm obviously not always right, but just going through this and forcing you guys to watch this hopefully will help you guys see things as well, things that I missed perhaps. So let's get into it. I'm going to start by following Phil or Zach. I think I'll follow Phil. It's the first big fight loss was due to the overextension of Phil and Zach, I believe. And I really think this could have been avoided because we fully knew their position. So we should have been behind our tanks. So let's have a look here. Start this. Let's skip ahead a bit. So we make the decision to go up top here, which is not bad. I flank to the left, which I don't mind because Ash can pop up to the high ground and meet you guys. So I'm flanking left. We get up here. They're not up here. They're all on the far. They're all on the far side here, which we see. There's 4 of them. I think some of the tanks are down point. Ryan and Zarya might be down a point, but everyone else is on the top. So we decide to. We all call to go around here, which everyone does. Great, fantastic. But as you can see here, Zach and Phil are running ahead. And if I just do a quick pop back to our other tanks, everyone else is a bit behind. Most importantly, both of our shielding tanks. So you'll see now, Zach's almost dead. Zach just died. Phil died before anyone else got around the corner. Go back to our Rhine. We were just getting there, and now the Zarya's shields are coming out, and the Rhine shields are coming in. This is where things start looking good, but unfortunately, we're holding here with the tanks, but we are down 2 players, so this is a complete wash, which is highly unfortunate. So now, I'm actually going to pause this. Well, actually, we take out the Rhine here, which is a great pick for us. Overextension from their Rhine trying to charge in on all of us while the rest of the team's not there. I'm going to pop up the free camera so we can see our respawns and what's going on there. So, actually, let me just... Oops, wrong one. Yeah, so the Rhine gets stunned here and goes down, which is fantastic. 4 of us are still here, but now 2 of us. Ooh. Sorry about that. I'm just gonna slow it down a bit. Okay, so this is really good too. We got 3 of our people on top here. Phil just came back from spawn, so he's stuck down point by himself. I'm still dealing with the Torb over here, which I don't think it's the best decision. I think I should have came with you guys. I'm all by myself as well. There's a real... I'll just move over to this side point. There's a real lack of focus fire here, so you'll see... I'm just going to back up a little bit, sorry. Control I. So backed up 20 seconds. So I like our position here on the high. Oh wait, no, wait till the okay. The Rhine gets knocked out. Zach and Phil are come from spawn, but we're holding in here pretty fine. We're buying enough time. We actually do well here. We mostly all push up to this high ground, except me trying to deal with the Tor by myself, which I probably should have came out with you guys and fought closer. But I really wanted to get that boop apparently, which I didn't get. Yeah, so this is great. 3 of you guys sticking together there. Phil is kind of stuck here when he comes back because he can't get to the high ground. But everything else looks good. This is kind of us trying to recover a fight. speed up a bit. So here, unfortunately, Phil races in here and gets himself stuck. He dies. I'd like to drop down here from Tim. I don't like to charge in though. The drop down is good because our Moira was down there, but maybe he was trying to charge in to help protect him, but there wasn't enough time. I'm still fighting by myself for some reason. Not sure what I'm looking at. So this right here, this is where there's a real lack of focus. I'm shooting at the Mercy. Some of us are focusing the Torb. Zarya's are focusing each other. There's really nothing dying here. This fight is lost here, obviously, when we lose those two in Molten. So I think I actually managed to get out. Dan gets stuck. Not much you can do there. Let's fast forward a bit. So we actually get mostly a regroup here. Phil stays back. I come back. Now this fight I really do like, actually. We do okay here. This next fight, I think we actually take the point on this one. So I think all you guys goes front, and I flank to the underground left here, which I think is fine because I'm still with you guys, so I got cover. Charge in. This is good focus fire here from us. Everyone's actually focusing the Rhine here. Problem is the Mercy is getting tons of healing off the Rhine. You'll see 3 of us are focusing Rhine. I think Zach, Tim, and Zarya, and even John. I might be shooting at him as well. But the Mercy heals are too good. Zach makes the decision to get to the high ground, which I think is smart here. He manages to pick off both healers there. Or yeah, both healers. Ash and Baptiste he picks up, which is 2 great picks. I'm still over there firing from the left, which I was uncontested, so I guess that's fine. This Bob was unnecessary though. We only use 2 ults here too, Coalescence and Bob. That's good. That's the cleanup. That's point, I do believe. Good take. Alright, so the first thing I noticed after we captured the point is that none of us pressed tab to notice what the switches and characters were. So the first thing is we were completely unaware that they switched to a Reaper. And you'll see how that hurts us in a moment. So the Reaper's getting into position here. Sneaky beaky. By the way, I'm going to stay in top-down view just because I think we struggle most with the overall picture of things, not the mechanical parts as such. So here you'll see that Reaper's just waiting for that Reinhardt. Fortunately, Tim doesn't notice he's getting shot here for some reason. I guess he's concentrating on the front, and he actually shatters when he's getting melted by a Reaper. That's a wasted ult there. It happens, but like I said, we were unaware they even had a Reaper. Bob comes in here. It's kind of a waste because we just back off. It's a waste for them, I mean. I don't think we actually lose anything here. So we get a bit more progress. We're waiting for our Rhine. Now this is where I think, yeah, so our ults are coming online here. We actually have the Zac and Dan combo, Hanzo ult, which we're trying to set up. And this actually works out pretty good. Let's run through it. So ult's in. What I did notice here, I'm actually going to pause it. What I did notice here, we were wondering why this didn't kill that many. I mean, Zach's ult was a bit late, but did tons of damage to the Rhine here, who wasn't in the ult. Also took out the Ashe. The immortality field went up, and I did not focus it. This was a big mistake on my part. I'll even switch my view here. You can tell that I have lots of sight of the immortality field there, but I choose to focus what's in the grab, which there's really no need to, and I should be focusing the immortality field because Baptiste is in it, and as you'll see in a second, Mercy works her way over to it as soon as the ult is finished and saves herself as well. So maybe we'll watch this from, actually let's watch, yeah, we'll watch it from my view, then we'll watch it from Phil's view because Phil did good here as well. Yeah, so I'll pause that. Let's see, I'm focusing people in the ult there. Go back to free camera for a second. Sorry about switching. So yeah, you'll see here the Mercy saved herself. Look how low her health is. She got into the immortality field. I'm just going to back up a second here because I think I'll show what Phil did. Let's speed up a little bit. Alright, so this is where the grab comes in. So Ryan's almost full of health here. The dragon does tons of work to him, and then he gets finished off by Coalescence here. This is fantastic on Phil's part. He's healing our Ryan and finishes off theirs. Let's see what else happens here. I can't remember. So like I said, the healer got out of harm's way. But I mean, we do end up winning this and just noticing a few things. Oh, this here, I don't understand. So the Reaper's back from spawn here now. Who wasn't focusing? I noticed someone wasn't focusing the Reaper. I think it was Zach. So Zach focuses the Reaper for a bit, and then lets him go and starts shooting at the Baptiste, I believe. So the Reaper's kind of stuck here. He has the Wraith out. I think if Zach hasn't been shooting at Baptiste there and been shooting at the Reaper, we could have caught the Reaper instead of him escaping and getting healed all the way back up. Mind you, we end up winning this fight anyway because we're up in numbers after the ults. I think we even, Reaper overextends there. I think we even get him here. We actually called this one, I do remember that. And everyone just started jumping. Ooh, that's a bad one. John's unlucky there. But you guys chase him into the room and finish him off, even though he gets the health back. Good stuff. And then I got the high ground here, and we got everyone on payload. They only have, what, 2 people? Everyone else is in spawn, so this is pretty easy from there. No, and we don't use any more ults. We only got John's ult anyway, so that's not too bad of a point there. I think we did well there. It's a good point for us. Alright, let's try that again, not on mute. So, the first thing that happens here is a very large mistake by myself. Yeah, they have 2 down at the moment, of course. Let's see. So I come through on balcony here. Now the Reaper is teleporting up, and for some reason I think I can just headshot him at point blank range and everything will be fine. And that does not go well. I should have just booped him away or backed up, not just try to shoot him. Died there. And obviously this actually spirals out of control. He gets me. John's still coming back from the previous spawn. He was well getting up. So then the Reaper just goes in and finishes off the rest of us. So that's that. Mortality field, not good enough. Alright. Okay, so regrouping. Which is good, the regrouping's good. The warrior got picked off there. Unlucky. Zach also got picked off from man that was up on the high ground before she dropped down there. So then we're down 2 here, and I throw in a bob, poorly positioned bob at that, so this was a complete waste. Did not work out at all. This fight is over now, basically. They throw in a much better combo. They combo their bob with a freeze and actually get 3 of us killed here, I believe. So that fight is over. At least we back up, I think. Looks like Phil's backing up. Zach backed up a bit. Regroup. So yeah, now we have the ult advantage here. They're after blowing a bunch of ults. So see what we make happen here. Oops. Sorry, I mean that. Oh yeah, so just missed that actually, but the Reaper and the Mei flanked behind, and yeah, he's dead right there. It was called out this time, both of it, and me and Dan focused the Reaper, took him out, so that was a great start to this fight. Mei has used up all her abilities. Ryan gets a shatter. I managed to boot Mei away. She has no abilities here, so she should go down. Yep, she goes down. Reaper's in spawn. Mei's dead, so their DPSs are pretty much dead now, and we start pushing. Ash is still alive, but yeah, so it's a good push. And we actually only used Coalescence there, I believe, so we even conserved our ults in that fight, because that great pick on Reaper and Mei that we're flanking. Okay, now the Reaper is hiding, as you can see, in the building there. Oops. And we're trying to combo the Zac and Dan ult here now. They ult first, but this doesn't do much. Team guys shield up, they don't combo up well then. The Ryan can't even hit there. So this is actually a good combo and timed well. Unfortunately, it only kills the Mercy, but it was about Mercy at least. It's unfortunate there. So we get the Mercy. Ash is like 1 health. She booped herself up in the air and got out of the dragon. But this pretty much ends the fight, as the Reaper gets that off afterwards. Yeah, this is pretty much over here. There's only 3 of us left. Should be getting out if we can. I think I actually throw myself off the edge here. Yeah, it's over. Phil's trying to get away, and I think he doesn't. Okay, well, at least he tried. Alright, so now there's only 40 seconds left, and we finally agree that we need the McCree, and we get a Doomfist McCree instead of the Zarya. Zarya Hanzo, yeah. And this goes quite well right away. Mei is not expecting it, overextended. She already used her cryo. Dan capitalizes with a flash here. Kills the Mei right away. So we start this fight with their Mei down. Fantastic. Let's see what happens. defense. Now this is where things go very poorly very quickly. So the Reaper all that time was flanking above, and we had no clue about this. Here he comes. The first one to notice is our Baptiste, who tries to react with the Mortality Field, but just misses it. He's just outside of it. Dan comes to support, but the flash is a bit late, but he manages to kill him, so not too bad, just a little bit slow on responding to that one. Before our team noticed it, call it. Alright. So this fight is actually pretty good for us. The problem is, Moira had died previously, I can't remember how now, and John obviously died of that Reaper, so we have no healers right now, and we have no choice but fight, because it's overtime. So Moira gets back, she has Coalescence. Unfortunately, May's in position to completely shut that down with a freeze. So, and we couldn't get off payload here, so really it wasn't too much we could do. I guess one of us could have. Dan might have been able to help the Moira, but I mean, really hard to take that into account there. This is pretty much over now. Our healers are getting back. Baptiste is back now, but I mean, there's nothing left here. Done fight. Good half. Valiant effort. So just a few mistakes that resulted in us not finishing that map at that point there. Tune in tomorrow for the next half.